I have not stopped thinking about him and fantasizing about when we meet up and have sex for the first time. Oh my God, you've decided!
Sarah!
You've decided!
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you.
3, 2, 1, action.
Big fat welcome.
Welcome back to the girls' bathroom, everybody.
A big
It's lovely to have you here today with us.
A warm, demure, respectable,
respectful,
mindful
modest.
welcome. I saw a new one this morning and it was, do you see how the plane lands?
Oh.
Sweetsy is the new one.
Sweetsy.
Sweetsy, I think, is going to be the word of the pod.
Okay, sweetsy.
Sweetsy.
Yeah, it's pretty sweetsy. It's
You're
cutesy.
giving sweetsy.
Sweetsy.
Today.
Cutesy. It's demure. It's mindful.
It's
demure.
mindful. It's demure. You see how there's no cleavage today? It's demure.
It's demure. It's mindful.
Mindful. You know, not got the tatas out.
Well, happy end of August, I guess.
Jeez,
guys.
Louise. We were saying
how the bloody hell did that happen?
We're going to blink. The leaves are going to be brown. They're going to be on the floor.
We are about to leave for tour. We're feeling fairly organised.
I'm charged up.
We're feeling ready to go.
I'm charged.
If you are coming, we can't wait to see you literally in a couple of days.
Jesus.
The next month. It's going to be so much fun.
Jesus.
But, you know, it's still business as usual over here.
Yeah, we need to bejewel our microphones.
That's our last job.
And we're not sure which direction to go in. We've got silver and pink jewels.
Yeah, we have custom pink mics with our names on.
Yeah, but
we want to make them sparkle.
You know, we want the lights to hit.
Because we've learned that sparkle on stage is the best.
Sparkle on stage is key.
You can't really beat it.
To grab the attention of the crowd.
So I guess you'll see what our microphones ended up looking like.
Yes.
They're either going to be silver or pink or a combination of both.
Oh, yes.
But it is business as usual, of course. And we are starting our Boy Talk episode this week.
Will.
Question of the week.
We actually struggled to get a question of the week this week.
We did. We went back to a poll because that used to be our vibe. Polls.
Yes.
So we've gone back to our roots here. And we've asked the question, have you ever given a bad first date a second chance?
Oh, I think a lot of people will say yes, because I do think first dates...
There's nerves. You know, if you like someone, sometimes you're not like your truest you're shy
self. And then also like guys can get nervous too.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can be a bit, and you're like, I feel like there's more to unpack.
Yeah, so
you know,
true.
because like if you're in a relationship now and you look back to how you guys were on your first date, you're like a bit shy, a bit demure. You know?
Yeah.
So I do think a second chance sometimes
but then sometimes it's just like...
But if it's a bad date, it's a bad date and you guys just don't vibe, you just don't vibe.
I know. Because sometimes
bad.
Sometimes you can see someone, say hi, and instantly you know there's just no chemistry here.
Yes.
I don't really know why. Like, I think you're attractive, but I'm just not... There's no spark here for me.
If it's that,
and then it's the question of, but they were nice and they were attractive.
Yeah.
So should I give it another chance?
And I could feel
to see
he
if
was
the
shy.
spark grows,
You know,
like is the spark just not there?
Because if you can feel someone shy, then you want them to.
But then it's like, God, I don't want to waste my time on another date with this guy, because also sometimes a bad date can leave you feeling a bit like disappointed, a bit underwhelmed.
Yeah.
You've been looking forward to it. Maybe it's been in the diary for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You've been getting all dressed up, and then it can be a bit deflating. So then it's like, do I want to do that again?
Yeah.
It's tricky. But you guys have said we're a bit split. 42%. Yes, I'm all for second chances.
Yes,
but 58.
Because as long as there's no rudeness or, you know, disgustingness or...
I'm thinking more bad as in just like you didn't feel the chemistry.
Yeah. Or like I'm seeing it being like a bit too shy people, like
we didn't hit it off.
Yeah, it wasn't like
we
fireworks.
weren't hitting it off.
But sometimes people's personalities aren't like that. Like I'm not going to be all...
Sometimes you just click with someone, don't you? And it's like, I feel like I've known you for ages, but I've just met you. This is so weird.
But some people are slow burns.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
So that's 42%. 58% are saying no, why bother? So the majority, the slight majority is saying, I'm not giving a bad date a second chance. But we have also asked, if you answered yes, please share any success stories.
Yes,
because,
please.
you know, we want some positivity here on the podcast. I gave him a second chance because he had good friend references.
Yes. Yes. That's actually,
I gave him a second chance, and we've actually been together now for 5.5 years.
Wow.
Awful first date, loads of silence, but now we're 3.5 years strong.
And that's
loads of silence.
And that's on nerves, right?
Yeah, I guess so. My now boyfriend of 2 years said on the first date he slept with his mate's girlfriend and had commitment issues. But they've been together for 2 years, so I guess...
Right, so he just unloaded a whirlwind onto you.
Yeah, left my first date thinking I wouldn't see him again.
Wow.
We're now 6.5 years down the line, buying a house together.
Well, I went on a date and he said that he didn't think it was a good date.
Wow.
More so my vibe.
Oh,
That
he
I
did blow the
wasn't-
socks off.
Well, he thought I wasn't...
So he gave you a second chance.
Yes. Because he thought I wasn't
Humble queen.
into him. Yeah.
So what would you put that down to? Shyness?
Yeah, because I'm a little shy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes
and
you're
just
not blown away by a first date.
And like, you know, overthinking it,
Yeah.
and you know, so it's nice to give second chances.
Give someone a second chance.
Yes.
We've got the other side of the coin here. I've given every man I've dated a second chance. Like, always give people 2 dates, and I always end up regretting it.
Sarah, okay, I understand you. I hear you. Mm-hmm.
No success stories
Wow,
for second dates
wow.
if the first one wasn't great. Yeah, we've got some people saying, like, some people not understanding why a second date would be better, because surely first date you're putting your best foot forward. It's a first date, first impressions.
True.
If I'm not blown away, then surely this is as good as it gets. First dates. Bad second date, but we've now been together for coming up 4 years.
Bad second date.
Yeah, bad second date. Second date was even worse, so no success story.
Wow.
My now boyfriend didn't show up on our first date. He got the dates mixed up. So you gave him a second chance.
Okay,
when he
that's a
forgot.
fair mistake.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I'd be pissed off.
Yes, first dates are always really nerve-wracking. Second is always much better, I find.
Yeah.
Together for 2.5 years now.
That's how I find them, especially if that first date you're meeting for the first time,
Yeah.
you know?
Didn't feel a spark on the first date. Gave it a second chance. 1.5 years later, we are living together.
I'm pregnant.
My boyfriend of a year turned up in a hoodie and dirty trainers and didn't even hug me goodbye. How did we get here?
Wow.
How are we still here?
No hug goodbye. Wow, that would have been a very awkward goodbye encounter.
Yeah.
And because that, I find that one of the worst things about the first date, the saying goodbye.
Even saying the hello. The hi is not so bad, but the goodbye.
The hi is fine because it's like, of course we're going to hug.
Yeah.
And then we're both going in the same direction or whatever.
Yeah, the goodbyes can be awkward. Yeah, the goodbyes can be tricky, especially if you're in a car. I had that. I just gave Brian a fist bump. I was like,
yeah.
bye.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Just ran out the car. Not a success story, more of a lesson not to do it again. Oh God. Okay, so we are kind of split. Some people are saying second dates are always better because of there's too many nerves on the first date. Some people are saying if fireworks weren't happening on the first date, why we're not going to feel them on the second.
Yeah.
I guess.
I think it depends whether you are a slow burn person or, you know, like an instant
chemistry, spark,
yeah, because if
vibe.
you know that you're a slow burn person, then
you're going to give people a second chance.
Yes.
Yes. But some people, on the other hand, it's like, give me your best shot. This is the first date. This is your time to impress me, and you haven't done that.
Like,
so
if I don't want to snog you on this first date, then we've got troubles, my friend.
Okay, let's begin our dilemmas here today. Well, speaking of slow burn, we do have this: stuck between a slow burn romance and a steamy summer fling. Now, summer's winding down. Summer flings are, you know, they've been and gone, or maybe they're sticking around. Mm-hmm. You know, are the summer flings going to continue into September, October, November, cozy season connection?
Yeah, or are they being cut?
Okay, long-time listener here with a tricky dilemma.
Okay.
Just to give you a bit of background info. I'm 25. My last long-term relationship of 3 years broke off towards the end of last year. Even though it was amicable, it was one of the worst heartbreaks of my life. And I thought I'd give myself a good long break from dating so that I can heal properly.
They always say that. A good long break.
They do. Fast forward to spring this year, I met a boy, Brian, who I discovered I had a great connection with. We have so much in common. We always laugh. We talk all day, every day, and the sex is incredible.
Gorgeous.
We're both in a similar spot in life, so I don't think he's looking for anything serious either. He also has come out of a long-term relationship last year. Although we've been on a few dates, we mostly just hang out and spend time together indoors. Netflix and chill, I'm assuming, is the vibe here.
So got it.
He's a great
kind of both on the same
person.
page.
We're quite affectionate with each other, but my feelings for him aren't particularly deep.
It's just like, it's fun.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all it has to be.
Yeah, but you like him as a person.
Yes.
You laugh a lot. You text every day. You've kind of got that safety net of having that boyfriend energy.
Yeah.
But you're telling yourself that you've not got a boyfriend.
And you're also telling yourself that he's also not ready for a girlfriend either.
Yes. So here is where my dilemma really begins.
End in wedding bells.
I recently went on a week-long trip with 3 of my friends.
Yeah.
One of them was a close guy friend of mine.
Got it.
Steve.
Okay.
Who had confessed feelings for me in the past, but I had immediately shut it down out of fear of losing the friendship.
Got it. So when was this? While she was with her ex?
Or while she was single?
Or while she was single.
Possibly.
Okay.
The 4 of us decided to get a single room with 2 beds to save as much money as possible.
Okay.
Since we didn't plan on spending too much time in the hotel.
2 double beds.
I ended up sharing a bed with Steve.
Recipe for
very
disaster.
convenient. He was very respectful. On the 2nd or 3rd night, we eventually ended up cuddling.
You know how happy Steve was about that fucking sleeping
He
arrangement?
thought, let's save some cash. Let's get some double beds. So is this a group of 4? Are we 2 girls and 2 boys? Are we a girl and 3 boys? Are we 3 girls and 1 boy?
Not
we don't
sure.
know. He was very respectful.
Good.
And we ended up cuddling. I'm usually quite physically affectionate with my friends, so it wasn't weird for me to be cuddling.
Right.
On the 3rd or 4th night, I got up in the middle of the night to use the toilet, and when I got back into bed, he held my chin, gently turned my head, and kissed me. I found myself kissing him back for a second, but then I quickly turned away and we went to sleep.
You know, when it's dim and it's nighttime and those sleepy kisses
The lips
in the
just
dark.
lock. The next day,
Steve was on a mission.
He was on a mission that night. He thought, look, it's nightfall.
I bet Steve didn't get an ounce of sleep after that.
No.
Did he?
He was tossing
His
and turning.
adrenaline.
The next day, when the other 2 weren't in the room,
Yeah.
I told him we couldn't do that again because I don't want to complicate our friendship.
So the other 2 weren't aware of what occurred last night.
He looked sad, but said, okay. And we went about our day as if nothing happened. Okay, so Steve is kind of pining for you here. Your friend loves you. He obviously wants something more, but you have shut him down on several occasions.
Did you fear? Did that kiss not?
Why?
Oh my God, I just spat.
Oh.
Did that kiss not make you feel anything?
Doesn't sound like it.
Oh my God, it was a chia seed.
Oh my God.
It was a chia seed from my breakfast.
Breakfast is coming back. Because you could have been,
Like, did it make you be
overjoyed
like,
at
oh my
kiss.
God, kiss me? But no, she turned away. It's not right. You're a friend.
Yeah. So you've said, look, we can't do that again.
Yeah.
The day after our convo, we ended up in the elevator alone. Oh. And as we went to use the hotel gym, well, the other 2 slept in a bit longer.
Okay, so a steamy, sexy gym session, I see.
Suddenly, I couldn't help myself and I kissed him. He looked shocked, but kissed me back. And it was like something out of a movie. Wow. Throughout the rest of the trip, we kept stealing kisses while the others weren't looking and secretly holding hands.
No, please. I love this for you guys.
Now we are back home and it almost feels like we're dating. Steve comes over all the time and we talk, watch shows, go to the gym or the cinema.
Yeah.
We're always holding hands, kissing, etc.
So where's Brian?
We had sex for the first time the other night and it was good, but not as good as sex with Brian. But
listen, Steve was nervous.
He was very nervous.
Yeah, I could.
You know how much
nervous.
pressure was on Steve's shoulders?
No.
He's been wanting to get you in bed for years. Steve has thought about this moment.
He thought he was going to rock your
time
world.
and time again. There was so much pressure on that poor boy's shoulders.
Two in his head. He wanted to rock your world.
He wanted to blow
your
away.
socks off. You know, he knows you're a sexual being,
and he wants to impress. He wants to please.
I think Steve deserves a second chance in the bedroom.
And she said that. I know I was nervous. So maybe it will get better with time.
Yeah.
I also feel a bit guilty because even though I'm single, I've never, entertained two guys at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that. Yeah.
So I have a great connection with Brian, but I don't know if I see it lasting past the summer.
Yeah.
And Steve feels like endgame.
But
the sex is underwhelming.
Steve is going to take... It was one time.
And I really don't want to lose our friendship. I do want romance, but I don't want to hurt Brian's feelings. And I'm scared of having a bad breakup with Steve. What should I do? My mind is racing.
The thing is, you and Steve have already been there now. It's already happened.
You can never go back,
The friendship line has already been crossed.
Yes.
Like, his willy has been inside you.
It's penetrated.
And it's all, you've had the still in the kisses. You've had the saucy times.
Yeah.
It's already happened. So I think
let's go for it with Steve.
You just
What's
said
not to love?
Steve, you think Steve's endgame. Therefore,
let's do this.
Let's pursue.
Yeah.
I think Steve's going to take you on some lovely autumn walks.
Yeah.
Some lovely autumn dates. You're going to go...
Bit of pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin
hunting.
Pumpkin hunting.
Pumpkin carving.
Pumpkin carving. Your gym buddies.
Yeah. And I think, I get that you're worried about ruining the friendship, but as Cinzia said, it's kind of already ruined now because you've already slept together.
Well, yeah, it's not going to go... Because you already...
Back.
But also, Steve always... liked you.
Steve's been consistent. His feelings haven't wavered. He's almost been like waiting for you to get on board with this idea.
You guys could never go back to just friends after this. I don't think.
I also I wouldn't try to like stress and worry about that because at the end of the day, you're having a lovely time. You're hugging, you're kissing, you're going on dates, you're hanging out, you're having a great time. Try not to think about, but if this were to end, blah, 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 because it might not end.
Be optimistic.
Be optimistic.
Sometimes it's about...
Enjoy it. This is supposed to be fun and exciting, and it's the biggest blessing that you've had this friendship that can now blossom into something more. So try not to see it as this like, I'm not sure, because it sounds like you both want to go for it.
I saw a TikTok last night and it was about, instead of like catastrophizing every single situation and thinking the worst. So like you've got yourself in this good spot with Steve. Chemistry, you think he's endgame, he's lovely, but you are scared and you're catastrophizing the worst possible outcome is that you lose Steve forever and like any sort of relationship you had with Steve. And it's like, that's why you're struggling to move forward with Steve kind of thing, because you're like catastrophizing it and maybe the sex wasn't like, didn't blow your socks up, but it was one time, blah, blah, blah. But instead, think, okay, what is the best possible outcome? And like, you need to nurture the optimistic
side of the brain.
And it can be hard. And it's like, you've got to teach yourself to do it. So instead of thinking, oh my God, me and Steve, but it's inevitable. We're going to break up and it's going to be awful. I'm going to lose this friendship. No, instead say, oh my God, you know what? Our sex is just going to grow and become more passionate.
Get better and better
because
and better.
The more I just feel like Steve was nervous, the sex is going to just strengthen. I'm going to communicate to him what I want. Yeah. He's going to communicate to me what he likes, and we're going to synergize. And also think, look, this could really work out. I think sometimes the friends to lovers arc is like the strongest way you can do it. And just think of like, be optimistic instead of like catastrophizing and you feel
thinking the worst.
Yeah, just thinking the worst, because that's exhausting also.
And also like you've got this far. Things have gone great.
And in terms of Brian, it sounds like you've naturally kind of stopped seeing him like, because Steve's been coming around instead of Brian coming around. And unless Brian's like, hey, what's going on? Then maybe you could say, I'm seeing someone. I've actually got myself a boyfriend.
Yeah. I think you could let that fizzle out with Brian.
Yeah, me too. I don't think
it's
you have to.
It's a summer fling. Come on, we're basically in September now.
I don't think you have to give him a big sort of grandiose...
The seasons are changing.
Yeah, but I think you and Steve, the sex is going to...
Please keep us posted.
Develop and bloom.
We can't wait to hear
and
more.
Be optimistic. It's hard to be optimistic though sometimes when you're used to, also if you're used to things like kind of not working out and like it, and you want to prepare yourself for the worst, right? So that's why we always catastrophize.
You don't want to get ahead of yourself and overexcited.
So by catastrophizing, it's like, well, if anything, if that doesn't happen, then I'll at least be impressed that it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But we need to be more optimistic.
But we need to have the optimism, especially in this situation.
Yeah, and I think...
it sounds fantastic.
I think Steve deserves it, and I think you deserve it. And I think you guys are going to pop out some beautiful babies. Okay, so this could have been Sarah and Brian actually from our past.
This is Sarah and Brian if she went the other way in an alternate universe.
If she didn't meet Steve.
Yes.
So help. I made him my friends with benefits. Oh, I didn't realize you could abbreviate that. FWB.
Yeah, come on.
I didn't know that. I'm not with the kids. I made him my friends with benefits, but now I want to date him. And what is this, Sophia?
Stressful.
It's a
Tale
as old as time.
So it sounds like you made him the friends with benefits. But now...
Oh, so in the past, did he want to date you?
Well, she said, I made him.
Shit. And then it's like, actually, I've made a mistake, but he's already kind of got used to the fact that I've put him in that box.
Potentially.
Maybe. Hi, girlies. Love the pod. I'm coming to see you guys in Glasgow in September. I can't wait.
See
Sarah,
you soon.
We can't wait.
Very soon.
Basically, I need advice on a friends with benefits dilemma. That is all my fault. Oops. Okay, I'm assuming
we
it's...
love her taking accountability queen.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine.
Sometimes we just make the wrong call and you weren't to know.
Yeah, exactly. Brian and I went on a date about 5 years ago and I just wasn't
5
feeling
years
it.
ago? Wow. So I was 21 when you guys had your first date.
If this has been
that's so
a
weird,
friends with
22.
benefits for 5 years, then that's impressive.
You may as well just get married now.
But then it makes sense how you've got feelings. It's been 5 years.
It's been 5 years. How could you not?
I wasn't feeling it. The chat didn't really flow and we never really clicked.
Sorry, this was a first date. It's linking back to our question of the week. Bad first date. It's like
everything is meant to be today in the girls' bathroom. Wow, it really is.
Wow.
So chat didn't really flow and and look at her now.
Look at her now.
Wanting
5 years in.
Yeah. I think I gradually ghosted him after. It was a slight dick move from me, but I sometimes feel like that early on, you don't owe anyone an explanation if it's not that deep. Yeah. After a first date.
Yeah, come on. I don't owe you anything. I'm happy.
Kind of like no response is a response like
Exactly.
that. Like when it's like the first date stages. I mean, it's brutal. If I went on a first date and never got a response, but you get the message.
If it was bad.
But if it was bad.
No response is a response.
Yeah, absolutely. Since then, he would occasionally slide back in the DMs, like my stories, mention date number 2, etc., which I always dodged as didn't really see the point after not feeling the vibe after the first date.
Okay.
So our Sarah doesn't give second chances. Fast forward to last year. Okay.
Time has passed.
So literally 4 years had passed. Jesus.
Wow. You've been sitting on this one for a while.
He has been thinking about you for years and
Yeah.
years. Fast forward to last year, I went home with him after a night out. Okay, so he was out, you guys, okay?
yeah.
Rogue, I know, after pieing him for so long, but in my defense, although we didn't have much chat, Brian is very handsome. So after staying over at his, Brian tried to text me the next day again, and he really likes you.
Brian wants it.
Insinuating seeing him again. So Brian's like, finally, after 4 years.
Finally, I've been waiting.
Yeah. I dodged the subject.
Oh my God.
Yeah. For him, he's thinking, I've liked this girl for 5 years and she's
Yeah.
not been into it for 5 years.
He's been sat celibate, waiting in his bedroom.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been sat celibate, not messing with any other girls, just thinking about you, Sarah.
And finally, he thought, oh my God.
Yeah, but still dodging the subject.
You're dodging it again. Poor guy.
I know.
Can't catch a break.
Sometimes they deserve that though. Pied him again. Sounds mean, but I didn't want to lead him on. Honestly, I was low-key embarrassed as I would never usually sleep over like that if I'm not dating the person.
Okay.
Fast forward to this year, about 3 months ago, I did it again.
Ooh, she likes it.
Maybe you're in denial.
Maybe you're in
I think
denial.
you maybe was in denial. I bumped into him on a night out and had another sleepover.
Brian's so confused. His head is scrambled. He's thinking she stays over.
Yes.
I see her on nights out. She must have thought the sex was good.
Like, I'm asking
She's
to
back
take
for
her
more.
out for dinner.
I want to take her out. She won't let me take her out. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, because he's probably used
not
to
used to
girls
this.
begging him to take them out for dinner or whatever. Whilst I was there, he brought up the fact that I never replied to him the last time. And I was honest with him and said I didn't want to make it a thing, that I wasn't looking for anything serious.
Wow,
Okay.
she's hard to get.
Yeah, look, honestly, this is purely the physical.
This is just the physical. I'm not interested. Brian.
Yeah,
You should
now,
know that.
ladies, a girl has needs. And these sleepovers are great. So I ended up texting him first afterwards. And next thing you know, we've got a sort of friends with benefits situation. And I see him pretty much every week.
I thought you were going to say every day.
So you guys, you've fallen into this
Friday
routine.
night routine. You free Friday?
And,
yeah.
And obviously you've got chemistry
in the
bedroom.
Sexual harmony.
I thought this would just be perfect. Yeah, because also she's thinking, I've not actually liked you in 4 years. Like, I never liked you. So this is like perfect because
my needs are being fulfilled.
Exactly.
I know we're sexually compatible.
Yeah.
I trust you. I know you.
Yeah.
I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
But I also have no interest
in you.
In you.
In your
really.
brain. In anything you can offer. I thought this would be perfect, as although he is very handsome, I always thought our personalities didn't really click. So there would be no risk of catching the dreaded feelings.
Okay. Smart. Well, I see how you've got to that conclusion. Absolutely.
I do too. Because like I said, you've not liked him for 5 years. Mm-mm. He's been in your life, for like 4 or 5 years. And you're thinking, no, not you.
Sometimes they're standing right in front of you and you don't even know it.
Well, I was wrong. Tale as old as time. She's right. I'm beginning to think I judged him too early and maybe he is just a really shy person. Every time I see him, we get along better and better. This is a slow burn. This is an example of a slow burn. Every time I see him, we get along better and better, and I've begun to realize that he is a really kind person. I've basically caught the feels for my friends with benefits that I made a friends with benefits in the first place. Yeah, because you laid
Go on, ask him out, make his day.
Yeah, because she
confess your love.
Sarah laid the law of the land. She was like, look,
she's in charge. She's rejected him several times.
I didn't reply to your fucking message because I didn't want to go on a fucking date with you.
Not interested.
But I will message you when you want to pop round on a Friday night for 90 minutes.
It's nice that the power play's switched up. I like this. It's refreshing.
Yeah. My dilemma is, I don't know where to go from here. I don't want to keep
Get down on one knee.
When's that leap year, babes? My dilemma is, I don't know where to go from here. I don't want to keep being friends with benefits if I can feel myself getting attached. I feel like I should probably tell him how I feel, but I have no clue how to go about it. How do you get from friends with benefits to dating when he has literally had all of me without really trying, and I'm the reason
He's been trying for years.
Right.
He has tried.
When he's had all of me without really trying. So because you want to get into a new dynamic that's like, now we're going on dates and I want you to be romantic and like it's a different
vibe.
Yeah, it's not just like, cause like you've not even eaten a meal together. Do you know what I mean? So how do you get from friends with benefits to dating when he has literally had all of me without really trying, and I'm the reason that we aren't dating in the first place? This has been on my mind 24/7. It's driving me mad. I need your help, girlies.
I think this is amazing because you really seem to be in the driver's seat here. Like,
yes.
Brian this isn't just like a normal friends with benefits that you want to take it to the next level.
Yes.
Because that's very difficult. But I think in this situation, Brian has asked you on a date in the past.
You've
actually gone on a date 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He's asked you out on another date after you slept together for the first time.
Yeah.
Way back when, and you rejected him. So I think he'd be absolutely chuffed to hear that you actually want to go on a date with him now. And I wouldn't get too in your head about, but I've given him everything and we've already slept together and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because boys don't actually care about that. Like, they don't give a fuck. If they want to date you, they want to date you. It doesn't matter if or when or how long you wait, or if you don't wait at all. Like, if they want to date you, they want to date you. And that's not going to change their opinion.
Usually, generally speaking, it will have been the guy who's kind of shut down any like relationship or boyfriend prospects, and then that's almost impossible to get yourself out of.
Exactly.
As a girl in that situation. But he sounds like he's the one who's pining and would die.
He's just taking what he can get.
Yeah, and he will die when you say, look, you've got me.
You've got me.
You've got my heart in a fucking...
You've caught me.
You've taken it out of my chest and you've got it now. He's going to die. And then I think he'll step up to that like boyfriend plate.
So do I.
And he'll turn on the romance and you'll get into a new like...
Rhythm
of like, not just casual, and like you're like... Because maybe you're scared that it's going to stay the same, but you... Do you know what I mean?
Well, because it's sort of like, well, we've kind of skipped over like first date energy because, we've been sleeping together for a few months now.
Yes.
So it's like, I think
this is beautiful. I think this is beautiful. So how does she?
I think
let
next
him know
time he
is inside
comes
you.
over,
Open your eyes, look him dead in the eyes, widen the pupils, grab his face, and say, "I love you." That would work.
You could try that.
Yeah, that would work.
If that fails,
Yeah,
on the slim chance,
yeah,
maybe next time he, comes to your house,
yeah.
before things get hot and heavy,
Maybe
just say should we get some food?
yeah. I was about to say, do you like wakamamas?
Should we get some food? Just
or would you like a glass of wine?
yeah.
Open a
I've got some
bottle
beer
of
in the
vino.
fridge.
He can pop it. Oh, what are we celebrating?
Love.
Oh, what are we celebrating?
Got some champagne.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers to
Us.
us. And he'll be like, oh, this is different. You
could just go quite subtle and start making some jokes about how he hasn't taken you out, and he can be like, what, you don't want me to take you out? And you can be like, maybe I do now. Why don't you ask me? You haven't asked me again. I might have a date.
That actually would probably,
you could go,
he's gonna think, this girl, she doesn't know what she wants, but
she's all over the place.
I know what I want now.
Or you could even send him something super casual. You could start very casual, I really want to watch this film. Should we go to the cinemas on Friday? You could step up and you could suggest doing something.
Yeah.
Or you could have just an outright declaration and say, look, I feel like things have kind of changed for me.
I think I'd be tempted. Glass of wine. We're sat on the sofa. We're snuggled.
You could go very baby steps, a very hint, wink, wink, banter, teasing you, not teasing you. You could go very that way.
Yeah.
Or you go quite serious, listen, things have changed and I want to let you know. Whatever suits your guys' dynamic more.
If it was me, I'd be tempted. Yeah, we've popped open that vino. We're sat on the sofa. It's dim. And just... I think I like you. Just a lean over.
By the way.
And I think I like you. I think I want more. Simples. Then it'll be a little bit of back and forth flirty flirt.
Mm-hmm. Or you could do it on text, if you're more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
That could be quite easy,
But then the next time we see each other, it's going to be like...
But then it's going to be even more passionate because it's wow, we've got these feelings now that we never knew we had.
Yes. You could say it'd be nice to go on a date. Because obviously baby steps, you're not going to jump into a relationship.
Yeah, it'd be nice to go on a date.
But it'd be nice to be taken out. I've got some nice heels. I've got some I've never dressed up around you. Actually, we did it apart from the nights out. But it'd be nice to put on some heels and a nice outfit.
Yeah.
Get taken to somewhere nice.
How do you feel about that?
Do you like, Greek foods? Or how do you feel about...
I think you can have confidence. I know this is a scary thing to do, but I think you can really back yourself and have confidence because he likes you. He has asked you out a couple times in the past and he's been rejected. So for him to hear this from you is going to be like, oh my fucking God, what has happened to this woman? I think he's going to be chuffed.
He's going to hit the jackpot. Bingo.
And I think you know how to play this.
Yeah.
You know your vibe. You know your kind of,
I would just plant it in there.
See what happens. Mm-hmm. He's going to be over the moon.
Oh my God. Then it's going to be flowers, gifts.
Saw this and thought of you.
And then it's going to develop into a beautiful situation. I think we've got ourselves.
Good luck. This is Sophia and Cinzia bringing you a broadcast.
An urgent
interrupting
message.
This is
an urgent appeal. This is an urgent message. We need
from your founders. We need you
to
subscribe.
Absolutely, we do.
To this channel right here. We don't ask much from you lot. We don't.
Yeah, we rarely ask for this stuff, but we'd like to get to 100,000. We want that plaque. It's important to us.
That's true. We never had a plaque.
Because where that plaque can go?
Right here.
Right here on our new shelf.
On this bad boy.
We need to decorate this bathroom up.
We do.
And we've never received a plaque in our life. And everyone else seems to have plaques.
We've never had a plaque.
So
make
if
it
you
happen,
would wish,
please.
this is the urgent call out. Please, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Unfortunately, we might be at the end of our holiday romance
era. This could be the last of them.
I mean, there are winter vacations.
It's people still, energy, is it?
There's winter sun people can chase.
Okay, so here we have holiday romance, but boyfriend of 6 years.
What does that mean?
I'm assuming she's had a holiday romance, but she's in a relationship that started 6 years. I have been listening to the pod for years now and religiously.
Thank you,
I love
Sarah.
you girls so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
I think I've known deep down that I would end up with a dilemma like this for a while now. But here I am today, finally writing in, the day after I've got back from my girls' holiday. I have been with my boyfriend for 6 years, but I've met someone on holiday who I like so much and fancy the pants off. The best part is he only lives half an hour away. See, that is crazy because a lot of time holiday romances, he lives in Spain.
He's Spanish.
He lives elsewhere.
He's Scottish.
It's never going to work. This boy lives down the road. You're thinking, how have I not seen you? How have we not had a night out together?
Because then also it's like, what are the chances this is meant to be? Is this fate?
Yeah. It's like, I could just be at your house in 30 minutes if I got in the car right now. This is going to be a long story, so buckle in.
Oh, no, I'm ready.
Me and my boyfriend, let's call him Rob. Okay, we'll go with your Rob.
Okay.
Got together when we were 16. I was the one who fancied him for years and was so happy when we finally got together.
Yeah.
When we went to uni, he broke it off and we had a bit of a break. But we ended up rekindling after COVID and into second year because we still loved each other.
Oh.
Going into third year uni, I ended up flirting lots with a guy, which nearly caused the end of our relationship. But I begged for him back and he forgave me. Okay, so it's been a little bit turbulent.
So you've kind of been here before, like you're with him, but someone else caught your eye, but you regretted it. And
you were at uni, there was a lot of distractions,
Yes.
you know, but you do keep choosing each other.
which is a positive.
Our lives are very intertwined and we have the same friendship group as we went to the same school. We live around the corner from each other and I am basically part of his family at this point.
Yeah.
These are all reasons why I've been trying to tell myself that of course I still love him, but I am not. And this has confirmed it. Whoa.
It's over. Yeah.
Rob
6
has
years.
always treated me so well, but he is quite bad at making an effort, making me feel special, making plans. And I feel like, of course, I've changed so much since I was 16.
Rob, I think Rob's
I am
out.
so much more confident and will honestly speak to anyone. I'm now 22.
Yeah.
But I feel like he hasn't really changed much
Rob's
as a person. I am someone whose love language is definitely words of affirmation, acts of service.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm just not really getting it. For the last year and a half, I've been feeling like something is missing, but have also not wanted to admit this to myself. Yeah, sometimes
It's
you
really
don't want to
tricky.
face it.
It's really tricky.
I've had a few conversations with him about how I feel and how he doesn't make much effort. And he always says he promises he will change and do more. But of course, this doesn't really happen. The thing I know is he loves me so much. He just isn't that kind of person and is so busy with work all the time. I think, you know, we're just obviously both very comfortable and there's not really much need to date and try much anymore because it's been years. Okay. We are the couple that everyone thinks will be together forever and get married. And I think I've been telling myself this narrative too. I've always thought that if we ever did break up, it would be hard to deal with because of how intertwined our lives are.
Yeah.
I've been feeling this way even more strongly for the past few months, but as usual, have been suppressing everything and pretending it's not happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Now for the worst part. I have just got back from a girls' party holiday.
Whoa.
I was nervous before, as on previous girls' holidays, there have been boys that I fancy, and I do get attention on nights out. Knowing how I've been feeling recently, I knew there was going to maybe be some temptation. I met a boy, we'll call him Frank. Who is my age and lives 30 minutes from me. Since I said bye to him yesterday and got on the plane home, I have not stopped thinking about him and fantasizing about when we meet up and have sex for the first time. Oh my God, you've decided!
Sarah!
You've decided!
Sarah! Frank!
He is out there working and I would see him every single
I've got
night.
goosebumps.
After he finished work, we would just talk for hours into the early morning and we fancied each other so much. The sexual chemistry was there and I genuinely think we have an amazing connection. I've never felt like this about anyone and I can't remember how I felt about my boyfriend at the start because we were just so young. He tried to kiss me multiple times, of course, but I persevered in saying no.
Well done, Sarah.
As I would feel guilty on my boyfriend.
That's good, Sarah.
We have planned to meet.
Sarah.
Because he gets home in November. Okay, so he is working.
Gets home in November.
On holiday where you, let's just say you went to France. He's working the summer in France. But he happens to also live half an hour away from home. We have planned to meet up when he gets home in November, as I am 100% breaking up with my boyfriend.
Okay, good. You've brilliant.
I told Frank about how I've been feeling and how we never had sex and how we couldn't stop filling my head with how good it's going to be when we can finally get together.
Oh, yes.
So I appreciate that I am emotionally cheating here. Okay.
Right.
I cried my eyes on the flight home, and ever since I've left, I can't stop thinking about Frank and how much I miss him. My boyfriend Rob asked to see me today, of course, because you've been away, you've not seen him. And I delayed it for as long as possible, just saying that I was unpacking and I was busy.
Oh.
We just met this evening and I went for some food. The whole time I felt sick and couldn't eat. He knows this is unlike me as I'm a big foodie.
He knows the relationship's over. She didn't fucking touch Nando's. Yeah. He's like, Sarah's going to break up with me.
What the fuck has got into you?
Yeah. I'm a big foodie.
I sat on his
Same,
phone.
Sarah. Same.
He sat on his phone most of the time and seemed
he?
pretty uninterested that I was sat there. Thinking
Rob.
this has confirmed it for me.
Yeah.
I'm not in love with you and I don't want to be with you.
Good.
Okay. My issue is, we're getting to the crux of the problem here.
Are we just are we not sure how we're going to go about this now?
It has to end on good terms. That's the issue, she says. I am best friends with his family.
Okay.
We work together. I cannot have people hating me and thinking that I've cheated on him.
No one is going to find out, Sarah.
No one's going to find out.
No one's going to find out.
The plan is, oh God.
Sarah, no one's going to find out.
The plan is to stay with
What's
him.
the plan?
For a few more weeks and then drop the bomb in September. But I don't know how to do it or what to say.
Oh, so it doesn't look suspicious coming off the back of the holiday. Is that it?
Yes, I think so. I don't know if I'm going to last this long because today was so hard.
Yeah.
Do I just fuck it and tell him ASAP? Do I wait it out? I'm going to Manchester next week too. So it feels just really awful timing. I don't want everyone thinking that we've broken up because I just got back from a girl's holiday and clearly cheated.
Right.
I'm not sure what the Manchester thing is relevant for, but anyway. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
Maybe she's saying, like, I'm just going to be away next week anyway.
I have attached photos because I know you love.
Please, I'm begging for a picture of Frank here.
I think you'll be able to tell which one is holiday romance and which one is Rob.
All right.
Oh my God.
Please. Where's Frank? Lover boyfriend. Oh my God, is this Frank?
I don't know.
Yeah, because that's on holiday.
I think this is holiday romance.
Oh, wait, I need to see
look
it
at
close.
this. Look at this. And I think that was just their holiday pic.
Oh
Yeah.
my! Oh,
I'm seeing the chemistry in the holiday romance.
Honestly, the
pics.
chemistry is pulsating through the screen.
We can
Look
tell.
at that! You know, honestly, who is taking these pictures
was
of you
taking these
guys?
pics?
Okay, and here we are with Rob.
Platonic Rob.
They look similar. I'm not going to lie,
It's giving sibling energy.
but also handsome. Look, for a year
You've
and a half,
made your mind up.
I'm really proud of you because it's a really hard realization from long-term relationship
Yeah.
to
Bring it to a close.
It's really tricky decision.
And it can be often very slow. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, and like we can definitely relate to it, you know, it being like a fucking year and a half and you're like, oh my God.
Not
like,
sure about this.
I've actually been feeling this way since bloody last fucking May.
Yeah.
And when you realise the time, you're like, oh.
What am I
But then
doing?
there's always the, you know, he says he's going to change. You know, you're
There
trying
are great things about the
you're
relationship.
trying to communicate to him and he's like, oh my God, I'll be better. But then
You've been through a lot. You've been tested. You know, you had that whole uni in and out situation.
And also, especially when other people are like, oh, I can't wait till you guys get married and have
You
babies.
guys are endgame, aren't
you? You know,
you?
you guys 6 years strong. Oh my God. And you're thinking, yeah, that, you know.
That could happen.
And it's because everyone else is expecting that of you. It's like, I don't want to be the one to fucking end this then. It's
the crossroads.
It's really
because like,
tricky.
you know that you could stay with this guy forever.
Yeah.
Your lives are very intertwined. You work with his family.
Yeah.
Like you could just keep going and it would be absolutely fine. But your head has been turned in a massive way.
Yeah, and you've been thinking about this for a while.
Listen,
you've
I
decided.
understand not wanting to end it right off the holiday because it looks bad.
Yeah.
So I can appreciate that.
Well, yeah, it's like a guy, you know, you're in a relationship with a guy, he goes on a lad's holiday, instantly back, he breaks up with you. Well, who did you fucking meet then?
Yeah.
Who did you meet out
Who
there?
is she?
Yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah. So I
understand wanting to wait till September. Granted, you know, it's not maybe the healthiest thing or the, I don't know, whatever. What are you looking at me like that for?
No, I was just, wasn't the healthiest way to bring it to a close.
Yeah, like, because in a dream world, you don't want to be with him anymore. You've emotionally cheated on him. You should just break up with him.
Well, but
I can
checked out a
appreciate
year
the fact
ago.
that you're thinking, oh, but this is going to look bad optically. I don't want it to go that way. So I'm going to just wait. Like, we all do that. You know, you're thinking, oh, well, his birthday's coming up. So I think I'm just going to wait. Like, it's okay to kind of plan a breakup.
Oh, yeah, it's her 30th birthday.
Yeah, I'm going to give it I think that's actually very common. Like, you know, when you're going to break up with someone, so you kind of plan it.
Yes.
So I think, I hear you. I would maybe wait till September as well.
Plod along a little bit. Because then I think you've got a couple months breathing time before you meet with Frank.
In November.
Which is going to be electric.
Yeah.
Very excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how to do it? So it needs to end on good terms.
Fizzled out.
You say he's not expecting it, but he might be, because you can feel when your partner's like being off and distant, and like he sounds like also like he's not seen you in a week and a half or whatever. You got back and he was just on his phone the whole time.
I mean, you could.
It's not
be
giving,
quite tactical.
Go on.
You could say, ever since I got back from holiday, you know, I was really looking forward to seeing you, and I just felt like, you know, things were a bit flat, and I just feel like things, you know, we've not really got that spark.
Plant the
so
seed.
You know, maybe we should go on a break. Soft launch the breakup. Go on a break for maybe a month. Let's go no contact. You know, I feel like you don't really miss me. I feel like, you know, I saw you after the holiday. You didn't really seem that excited. You know, in all fairness, I wasn't really either. You know, it's not just on you. I feel like we're not really that obsessed with each other right now. And I feel like if we've got any chance of getting that back, maybe we need to miss each other a little bit. I mean, that's very manipulative because you've decided that you're on your way out. But
sometimes that's how it be.
You could plant seeds. You could soft launch the breakup with suggesting a break. How else are you going to do it? Because sometimes a long-term relationship needs a break before a break up. Otherwise, it's like, what the hell happened?
But
I don't know.
But what I feel like he surely, like, you've brought up issues before. He knows he's not changed. He knows he's like low effort. He knows.
I think he's just very comfortable.
Yeah, and like he knows. I think he will maybe just say like, I've not been happy the past couple months, to like plant some seeds.
Just we need to talk, you know.
Yeah, and then but also like just sit him down. I think sometimes it's better just to bite the bullet. Sit him down. Can you come round tonight?
Because you're going to be off for the next few weeks anyway. You're going to be a bit distant.
Can you come round
You're
tonight?
going to be a bit cold. He might even say to you, "What's up?" And then you can go, "We should probably talk."
I think you should come round. We should talk. And then you can say, "Look, I've not been happy for a while now. I feel like, you know, we've had all those big conversations, nothing really changed." And sometimes people don't change, and you're in love with the potential, you know, you're like, oh, but if he did just switch this up, then I'd be so happy. But he hasn't, like, and you know that, and you've met Frank now, and Frank's going to whisk you off your feet.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. So I think just bite the bullet, end it on good terms. Say, look, I love you. I will always love you. You know, you're my first everything. You're always going to hold such a special place in my heart. But it's not working, and I think you know it's not working too. For example, when I got back from holiday, you were on your phone the whole night.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to seeing you. Because, you know, I've been away. We, you know, hopefully missed each other and reconnect. And, you know, I couldn't even eat my food. You know, I'm a big foodie.
Couldn't even stomach it.
Couldn't even stomach it. My Nando's Caesar salad. And you were just on your phone. It's like you weren't bothered I was even there. And you need to realise what you've got and lost.
Goodbye, you are the weakest link.
You know, I will
and you're
be
gonna
collecting
have to just,
my stuff.
That's as best as it can go. I know you want it to end on good terms. At the end of the day, it might not, but you can try your best. And hopefully the family are going to understand as well that you work with them. That's a professional environment. You know, there's no bad blood there.
It's just fizzled out. And just look, we're just not, like, we're not those 16-year-olds anymore. And that's okay.
That's
like,
okay.
I'm 22 now. You're 22 now.
We've grown up.
We've grown up. And
we've grown apart.
Yeah. And honestly, when you've broken up with him, the weight off your shoulders is going to be immense.
Well, then also you can just be with, you can talk to Frank guilt-free.
Yeah, and then you can go to Manchester, get up to whatever you want to get up to. And like,
I feel like you've been wanting to get out there and like let your hair down for a while now. And you were even anticipating this holiday, like, oh my God.
Because you've never been single as like an adult now. Like, you're an adult.
You need to just rip the Band-Aid off. The time is now.
And I think the time is now. Get it done. As much time between Rob and Frank, the better, you know, before November, just for you to just like gain some clarity, be alone for a bit, heal a bit, sit on things instead of jumping straight onto Frank. Honestly, I would say
that's going to be hard though. But I guess it's not back to November actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the sooner
end it in September.
The sooner we get rid of Rob, we can have a couple months of just like, okay, calm, healing, getting everyone used to, single
Sarah
now, single Sarah, single Rob.
Do a couple nights out.
Yeah, let your hair down. Your friends are all on it. And then we can
see what Frank's up to in November.
Canoodle with Frank. Righty-roo. This is quite the pickle.
We seem to have quite a theme this episode, I feel like.
Yes. I agree. This is definitely within that realm. Ex-boyfriend next door. Is it a sign?
Could be giving invisible string.
Well, they do say when you break up with someone, right, and you never see them again, you never run into them, like, it's very clear you're not on the string, because like your paths
were never supposed to cross.
Yeah, and your paths aren't crossing again. So it's like brilliant, like, you're out my life, like we're in the same city, but I never run into you. But this is very much giving, is it a sign? Because
is it a sign?
You've just moved in next door.
We're living the same life.
Like, it sounds like we're along the bloody invisible string. So hi, Sophia and Cinzia.
Hello.
I'm a big fan of you guys for ages now, ever since my bestie insisted I listen to the podcast. Well, we thank your bestie for introducing you.
Thank you, your bestie, yeah.
We love you, Sarah.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
This is a very long and convoluted.
Convoluted? What does that mean?
Convoluted. Is it convoluted? Convoluted. A-level English?
I don't know. I've definitely heard the word.
Convoluted story. Convoluted story, but I'll try to keep it concise. This, our lady here, she's a writer, I can tell. Concise and convoluted in the first two sentences.
Yeah, you crazy?
Me and my,
convoluted, concise, conspiracy.
Me and my ex took gap years after both getting into the same uni. We did some travelling together this year, but he broke up with me in April in Thailand, amicably. That's brutal.
Sorry, that was a massive info dump at the start of the dilemma.
He couldn't have waited until we're bloody back home. He had to do
like our last dilemma. Plan the breakup.
That is really inconsiderate.
Be demure.
Like,
be mindful.
Be mindful, sir. Like, we're in a foreign country.
What benefit are you getting with breaking up when we were stuck here traveling together?
Obscene. So let's picture this. They did some traveling. So they got into the same uni, but they both took a gap year. So let's do some traveling together. Traveling. We're in Thailand in April. He decides he's going to break up with me, and he does.
Right.
Amicably. I was heartbroken, but we literally went to Ireland with his parents for 2 weeks when we were semi-broken up. I mean,
why?
Obviously, they had these plans, and this guy thought that he was smart and clever, and he thought, "Oh, I'll just do it now."
Idiot.
When we've got to spend 2 weeks with your mum and dad.
Plan the breakup. We've learnt that today.
And shared a bed. Oh my God, shared a bed, held hands, but in the process of breaking up. That is a mind fuck. Like,
because also you might have like a good day, and then you're thinking, "Oh my God, are we back?"
And then at night he's like, "Oh, I'll make sure, like to not cross the line." And it's like, what?
Yeah, especially when you don't want to break up. You're like quite hopeful. Yeah. And you're like, "Oh my God, wait, are we back on?"
Yeah. And then if you were serious about this, get your own room. Like, you can't then share a bed with me and hold my hand, and then in the evening talking to me about this big breakup we're having when you're treating me like a girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's really unfair.
It's giving like he doesn't know what he wants.
It's just like, you can't do that to someone. That is so cruel.
It's not mindful. It's not demure.
It's not mindful or demure.
It's not cutesy.
It's not cutesy at all. So, we were sharing a bed, holding hands in the process of breaking up, and then did no contact as we wanted to be friends in the future. And if things changed, maybe even try again. So he said that for sure. He's broken up with you and said, look, in the future, let's see. And and that's
False
when you hold
hope.
on to that.
False hope. Cruel.
So we broke up mainly due to me being inexperienced in relationships, and I messed up a few times, like not really knowing how to act around other guys and putting my friends first over him for even his birthday. I know, so silly. Okay, so he just broke up with you because of those things. There were some problems, but I feel like I just acted too little too late.
Okay.
Some of my friends like him and some didn't, but I don't know if that's just because he broke up with me. Yeah, I'm not going to like the guy who breaks up with my friend.
No one
Naturally.
is. No, yeah.
Anyway, we hadn't spoken since May. And I've genuinely cried every day since we broke up. Oh, I believe he is
Heartbreak
my
is
soulmate.
really hard.
I'm only 19, but we have the same vision for life and both motivated in sports. I love his family and we just got on like a house on fire ever since we met. Now, last week, I found out my uni accommodation.
Uni accommodation.
I literally forgot.
I was thinking you'd bought a house and he bought the house next door.
I literally forgot what the title of this fucking dilemma was. Oh, shit. Oh, no, but this could go really
this
wrong.
This is going to be bad, I think, actually.
This could go really wrong. He's sleeping with new girls.
He's bringing girls back your next door.
He fancies your new flatmate.
Oh,
and he's like, we're friends, right? And you have to watch it.
No,
but what did I teach us earlier?
Optimism.
What's the best outcome here?
He
get
drops
back
out
together
and never goes.
And we fall in love. Oh yeah, he fucks off. Okay. I found, because this is a random selection as well. Like you don't get to choose where you are in your uni.
You don't get to choose who your neighbours are.
Now, last week, I found out my uni accommodation and I got a call at midnight from my ex that he is in the room the room next to me at uni. Oh, so it's not even like he's in a flat next door. You're living together. Honestly, the people, your new flatmates are going to be fucking shell-shocked.
They're going to be dining out on this for the whole first year.
Honestly. So he's in the room next to me at uni. What are the fucking chances?
What are the chances? Seriously.
Is it meant to be? Yeah.
Could be.
I'm getting goosies again.
I'm feeling the vibes.
Me too. I want him. Yeah.
But I'm
just
also
scared.
thinking this could be a disaster.
I'm petrified.
This could be.
I'm petrified because he broke up with you.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, sweet. I've got my ex here who loves me.
She doesn't
There's
say
going to be
no.
some new sugar around.
Little honey, sweet,
Little
sugar.
sweet. Oh no. But we're being optimistic, sorry. We spoke for an hour and I found out he'd kissed another girl to try and get over me. Why are you telling me this? Please.
I don't need to hear that. Don't need to hear that.
I don't need to hear about your
also,
escapades.
don't sugarcoat that in. I was just trying to get over you. No, hang on. You've moved on. You've kissed someone else.
I don't need to hear about that. Because when we did the episode about the breaks, it was like we didn't talk to each other about what we got up to. I think sometimes that's best.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, like especially like that was when we weren't together.
It's not important.
Yeah, like I don't need to now.
It's irrelevant.
Because now I'm going to be playing that in my fucking mind.
Doesn't benefit anyone.
No. But then I appreciate you trying to be open and transparent and, nothing to hide. But okay. All right. So we talked for an hour. I found out he kissed another girl to try and get over me. He was a bit drunk and he said he hasn't moved on, but he wouldn't get back with me. This guy is taking you for a ride on a bloody roller coaster.
News. I'm sorry.
I kissed another girl. I was trying to get over you. I'm not over you, but like I don't want to be with you.
This is manipulation at its
finest.
finest.
This is just like...
This is that negging thing that you were talking about.
Yeah, well, it's just like he's keeping you around.
Yeah. Like he's keeping you, he's saying a couple of things that you will latch on to, but then also being like, oh no, but I don't want to be with you. Because then you can't turn around and say, you led me on. Because then it's like, well, no, I told you the whole time I didn't want to be with you. But he was coating it around other things that you were like, oh my God, he's just said that he misses me.
I don't like this guy. I've not liked
me.
This guy from the moment he broke up with you while you were on holiday in Thailand.
No, I know.
And now he's thinking, oh. So he said, I was a bit drunk. He said he hasn't moved on, but he wouldn't get back with me, but he still loved me and would protect me on nights out, but also wouldn't want to be next door to me. I was so confused.
Well, yeah, that is confusing.
What are you saying? Like, I'd be like, what are you saying?
A load of shit.
A load of shit. Some of them just like...
Chat shit. Waffling. Love the sound of their own voice.
Yeah, so he's confused you. I was so confused.
And
He asked to change rooms.
Good. Please do.
Yeah, good fucking riddance. But they said there was no spaces to. Yeah, you can't just switch up your rooms in your account. It's like what you've been assigned is what you've been assigned.
Oh, no.
I don't know whether this is the universe telling us to be together. But it also seems too soon after a breakup for that. And I'm scared I'll be heartbroken every day of uni. I don't know how to move on, but I'm confused if he still loves me. I don't know how it will play out. I don't know how. It sounded like he broke up. I mean, a lot of breakups occur before uni starts.
Yeah.
They're thinking,
People don't want to be attached.
I want to embrace this uni, life by the fucking reins, and I want to sleep with all the girls. I want to be single. I don't want to be tied down, blah, blah, blah. And it sounds like that's what he wanted to experience. Oh, shit. My ex is sleeping next door. At least he's realised that he can't actually disrespect you and do all of that while you're next door. So he's tried to move rooms. He can't. Meanwhile, you're still in love with him, want to be with him.
Thinking,
he's
God,
saying,
perfect.
I love you. Imagine someone saying to you, I love you, but I can't be with you. But now you can see them every day. Them. When you are in love with them and you have to see them every day. That is like the worst thing ever. I'm scared I'll be heartbroken every day of uni. I don't know how to move on, but I'm confused if he still loves me. I don't know how it will play out, but I was wondering what you guys thought and if you think we should continue no contact until we move in. Or do you think we should talk as friends? But I'm just scared. I also don't even know how to talk to other guys or even try. If I should, as I want to try and get over him if he's trying to get over me. Crazy situation. And I'd love any advice you could give. Here are some pics. I know you love them. Right. What do we think this guy's going to look like?
I think he could be soulless behind the eyes.
Soulless behind the eyes. Let's have a look. I love them. I love them together. This looks like you were in Thailand.
Oh my God.
He's got a Hawaiian shirt on.
Oh my God. That wasn't what I was expecting. He looks a really friendly face.
He's got the friendliest eyes I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, we've got more. Oh my God, we're at Sydney Opera House.
How far have we travelled?
We've travelled all over.
Oh my God. Oh, why did they have to ruin that?
Brutal.
This is rough.
You are gorgeous, Sarah.
Yeah.
This is brutal. It's giving Winter Wonderland here.
Oh my God.
He's very happy and looks lovely.
You guys look so happy.
Why did he do that?
Why
oh my
did
God,
he
we've
do
got
that?
more.
Oh, he fucked that up.
He's messed up big time.
This is going to be a wild ride that you're in for.
I think
it doesn't sound, honestly, to me, I mean, he looks like a lovely guy, but to me,
he's not though.
What you've told us, it sounds like he's telling you what you want to hear, because it sounds to me like you had a great relationship, but he's had this whole, before uni, I want to go in there being single, so I'm not closing off any options, blah, blah, blah. Sounds like he wants to go out and explore and satisfy that, who else is there? What are other people like? But he also wants to keep you on the back burner in case what he goes out and explores isn't as good as what he's got at
Which
home,
it won't be.
And so that then you're lined up ready to hop back into a relationship when he decides that he's bored of Sally and Sarah at uni and actually wants his girlfriend back.
But what we need to do here is unbothered, unfazed. I think it's like the way he's treated you is really poor, really terrible.
Poor.
He broke up with you. Okay, you broke up with me.
In the middle of a trip, we're traveling together.
Yeah.
Come on.
You've let me know you've got all these escapades. You're confusing me. You're not getting your words out. You're not being direct.
No.
You're not, you're based.
Because he wants to see if the grass is greener.
Yeah,
and if it's not, he wants you there to go back to.
And I think you need to.
And you're worth more than that.
You're worth more than that. You need to say, no, it's over for good. Like, you can't treat me like this. You broke up with me. You've made your bed. You're going to lay in it now.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you still love me. Don't tell me all this bullshit, because I'm hearing it and it's going over my fucking head because you're confusing me. It means nothing. So like, I'm grateful you've broken up with me. I'm going to take this new opportunity, this new chapter. It's really fucking a shame that he's next door. This is going to be the challenge of your literal life.
You're never going to face a bigger obstacle.
You need to look at him and just feel like dead to him. Like, Like, just like, you're not who I once knew and who I once loved. You broke my heart.
Yeah.
You were so inconsiderate. You treated me like shit. You broke up with me. You don't love me. You say you love me, but you need
to like deep the way he's treated you.
And like get angry at him, like,
and be like, oh wow, like someone who the person I thought you were, the person I loved, and blah blah, isn't treating me like this.
Your soulmate is not, your future husband is not treating you like this. And you kiss another girl, and I love you, but I'm not ready. Like, he's messing with your feelings, and he's taking you for a ride, and he doesn't deserve you. I think now it's like the next conversation you have is,
it's that you put you've got to put your wall up.
Step back, put your wall up. Like,
you don't have this access to me anymore.
Yeah, you can't reach me anymore. And if you're drunk, you can't come knocking on my room for a bit of sugar.
No, a bit of sugar, honey,
no,
lips,
like
sweet cheeks.
Because like my wall's up now, and we're not together, and we're never going to be together
because you didn't want to be.
You didn't want to be. That was your decision, and now I'm just rising to the occasion. And I've realized what I deserve.
Like, I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but it's probably for the best that you're going into uni, single girl. Now you can go in.
I'm here for it.
See who else is there.
I'm here
make
for
some
it.
single gal pals.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably a great blessing. That it's very unfortunate that he's next door.
I don't quite how we're
frustrating. You might have some moment of weaknesses, but hopefully you don't. And I think you just got to be really disciplined. Give him that, like Cinzia said, very like, I'm not begging for you back. I'm not thinking about you. I'm not bothered about you. You're going to have to fake it until you make it, because you're probably going to see him and think, oh my fucking God, I miss you so much. But you need to have, like, because he will be loving the fact that you still want him and you want him back. And as soon as he feels that coldness
he's
from
lost you. Once he knows that oh my God, I've lost her.
Then he will be like, oh, fuck. What
have I done?
Why did I do all that? Mm-hmm. Like, you need to give him that, like, I'm not bothered about you anymore. I'm not pining after you anymore. I'm not crying about you anymore. You still might be, but you're not going to let him know that. No. And you're just going to go in, fake it till you make it, confidence level 10. And
because at the end of the day, I want to be with someone who wants me.
Yeah.
You may be saying all this crap, but all I'm hearing is that you don't actually want me right now.
Because if he felt the way that he was saying, you guys had a lovely traveling thing. Yeah. You'd be going into uni together. You'd be the couple that, oh my God, we've got put next door.
Oh my God, we're meant to be.
Like, but it's not worked out that way.
I think this is just like a big test from the universe. It's teaching you, I don't know, you're going to come out the other end.
You guys might both go through some stuff. You might both have some big life-changing events. Mm-hmm. You might find in third year, you guys come back together and you're a happy couple, but you're not there yet, and that might never happen. But you hear stories,
but don't cling on to that, because I don't like how he said, oh, we'll see what happens in the future. No, I'm treating this that we're never getting back together, and like,
this is the end of the road.
You're dead to me now. That's it. You broke up with me. La 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 la. I don't know you. Don't want to know you. Like, you can't treat me like that. My soulmate would never do that to me. Remember that. Remind yourself of that.
Rejection is protection.
Rejection is protection. Seeing his face every day.
I don't know how you're going to do that, but you're going to have to try. You've got no choice.
Hopefully you've got, there's going to be some good people in your
some
flat
nice girls that you can
let know what's going on, and they can have your back and support.
Yeah.
And like, not get with him. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
We need to like be like, don't like.
I know. I mean, the minute you bring a guy back,
love it. We have to be doing that.
That's what you need to do.
But just don't even do it to spite him. I want you to just do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I want you to explore other people, other connections.
And have fun.
And have fun.
Try not to let this ruin, like, you starting your uni life,
Oh, God. This is
Don't
brutal.
let him have that power over your emotions and over your day-to-day.
No. I think be civil, cordial.
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
Please keep us posted. Oh, my God. You'll be moving in soon.
Oh, my God. And the good thing is that you're in this flat for what? Is it
a year?
September to
academic
May?
Year. It'll go quick.
Hopefully it will go quick. I mean, it's going to take...
Then you'll be out of there.
And you'll be out of there. And you can move into a nice flat with your new gal pals. And it will be the hardest... It's going to be really hard.
It's going to be so
But
shit.
when you come out of the other end, you're going to be so strong. You can face anything after that. Jesus Christ.
Bloody hell. What else can the world throw at you after that?
Like, but don't allow him access to you anymore. Like, no.
Change the dynamic.
It's such a shame that he couldn't change rooms, actually.
Yeah, and it's such a shame that he did what he... Because that, like...
I know.
That could have been great, but...
I know.
It's not, because he ruined it.
No, he ruined it. He tarnished anything. Also, if you ever got back together, it's not going to be... if you got back together sooner, you know, like now, it's just like, no.
The dynamic's going to be way
You've
off.
ruined it. You know, I'm scared you've kissed someone else now. I'm scared you're going to break up with me again. At the drop of a hat.
I'm going to be on eggshells.
You've showed me that you can do it while we're on fucking holiday.
Right.
So, you know, you could do it anytime. Yeah. No, he doesn't deserve you. No way. No chance.
Okay, we're ending on these vibes. My boyfriend...
We're bringing up the energy again.
Drunkenly confessed he's planning to propose.
That's something I would do. It's so hard to keep a secret.
A few nights ago, my Brian got a bit tipsy and I was stone cold sober.
Shit.
We were lying in bed when he decided to tell me he had a confession. Oh,
Stop.
Brian, don't spoil my surprise.
I know.
He giggles and tells me he's been looking at rings and is planning to propose.
It's so sweet.
He claims
That
the
is so
reason
sweet.
he needs to tell me is because he needs help choosing the ring.
Don't ask me, mate.
As I'm a bit of a control freak,
Okay.
I completely get this.
Yeah.
And we have spoken about how I would appreciate being able to pick my own engagement ring.
Oh, okay, fine.
My issue is now, he has told me, especially because he was drunk, I can't help but feel a bit disappointed and as if a big surprise or secret has been ruined. I feel awful because I know he hasn't told me to be, you know, malicious, but selfishly I feel like I've had that special experience taken away.
Oh, he got
He
giddy.
got overexcited.
He'd had a little bit of liquid courage.
I'm also concerned because we've been together for 2 years and I have other priorities such as saving to buy a house, going traveling, rather than, you know, saving for a ring and a wedding.
A wing.
I understand this is a privileged issue to have.
Tongue twister, yeah.
And I don't want to push him away because of how I'm feeling, but also I'm starting to doubt whether he really knows me at all.
Oh, whoa, Sarah.
I would rather sit and have a serious conversation about saving for the house deposit, 5-year plans, etc.
Yeah.
But this suggestion of his feels like he's been living in a dream world. You're a realist. He's a romantic.
Yeah, okay.
He finished off telling me by confirming he didn't have the money saved for a ring anyways.
Okay.
I just feel like he said it as a passing comment and not realised the severity of the situation.
He just wanted to let you know, like, I'm there.
I'm there.
Like, I'm there.
It was
you
almost
there?
like him saying like that I love you and you being like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm ready to say that yet. I think he's just realised that this is the one. We're going to get married. Maybe he's been out with his friends that night and his friends have been saying, so when are you going to blah, blah, blah. And lads have been chatting. And it's like, well, yeah, I think I am. And it's like, whoa. And he's got overexcited.
Yeah.
He's been thinking, oh my God, but I know she would love to choose the ring. And he's just got very excited for your future.
And his drunken brain has gone, well, I need to let her know because, you know, I know she's a control freak and she likes to, you know.
Of course, I would be over the moon if he proposed. And I was amazed he'd even been thinking about it. Never even mind looking at rings. I can't help but feel like the thing you wait for from being a young girl has been taken away from me.
Really?
Some advice and opinions would be much appreciated. Am I an awful person for doubting an innocent gesture from a tipsy Brian? Or should I be sitting him down for a serious conversation about how we move on from here?
See, if I would kind of look at this the conversation in a different light.
Yes.
Like it was just like he was a little bit drunk. He's letting you know, like, I'm there. Like I've been looking.
Can't wait.
But then he's also said, like, look, I'm not ready to do it now. It sounds like because he's not saved for the ring, and so it's not like.
And also, I don't really think he's ruined anything.
Well, because you don't know he's not got the ring. It's not like he said, I've got a ring. Hidden,
find it in the house.
Yeah, like this summer, you know,
that trip we've got booked, you know, to Italy.
Because then I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like now you've told me we're getting engaged on this trip. Like
that's a ruined surprise.
That's a ruin. So at least it's not that.
Yeah.
If we're trying to be optimistic, like we've
like we've spoken
today.
about. All he's like, he's not really ruined. You still have no idea. It could still be 2 years away.
Yeah.
You have no idea when it's going to be, what it's going to be. You just know that all you know is that the guy you're with wants to marry you.
And he's ready.
And is ready for that next step.
Beautiful.
Nothing's been spoiled here. Like,
I do understand your concerns about, but I want to do the house first.
Yes.
La, la, la. So any long-term serious relationship, you need to sort out your 5-year plan.
Your future.
So I think your future, where you both see each other in, 3 to 5 years. So you can sit down. I would sit down and have that conversation.
Yeah.
So how's the saving for this deposit going?
What we thinking?
How far are we off? Should we start? And have those conversations. And then, well, you did mention a ring.
No, don't say that.
You did mention a ring. But just see where you can kind of like just let him know, I'd love to be married by. Can you say that?
Yeah.
And then kids to follow suit. That's the
maybe just
plan.
Maybe this has just opened up the floor for you guys to talk a bit more seriously.
Wait, so he asked her, "I need you to choose the ring."
I think he was saying, I want your help choosing, because she wants to choose her own ring. So I think this has just opened the floor for you guys to have some serious conversations, like Cinzia said, about your future, a bit of a timeline. Where would we buy a house? Do we want to buy a house? What do you think our budget would be? Well, how much have you got saved? Well, I've got saved this. Maybe you've not had these conversations before. You're 2 years in. You may not have asked, well, how much do you earn? And what have you got? And what's in your account? And what would we do with final? You may not have done that yet. So maybe this has just got the cogs turning in both of your brains that, okay, we both think this is it. We're taking each other very seriously. Let's be realists about, our next step, our finances, that this could just lead on to that conversation. And you can express I think I want us to save for a house. That's my priority right now, saving for a house. You don't have to say, over a wedding, but you can just say, my priority is definitely, looking to get a mortgage together. Just say that and then see what he says. And maybe you just need to start having some serious combos.
Wow.
He's obviously very excited.
That's serious relationship stuff right there.
Too right. The time is night, guys. You found the one.
Oh,
it's a lovely, exciting thing.
It is.
I can understand you're a bit like, oh my God, what? You've kind of just told me that blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, because it's like it sounds like you wanted that, wow, surprise.
We've never even spoken about marriage and here we are on one knee.
But then he knows you want to pick the ring and you've said you want to pick the ring. So it's
yeah. I think it's all good things.
Maybe just make a Pinterest page. A joint Pinterest page where he can see all the styles that you like. And then maybe you don't even have to physically go and pick it out, and he just knows what style you like and he's just got to go and find it.
Yeah. And bring it back.
And then it's like you don't know when, where, how, what, who. And it'll be like such a surprise, right?
You're going to be getting neutral nails from here on out there, aren't you?
I've added you to a public Pinterest board. I'm not going to let you know what's on it, but I think you'd be quite interested with what I've shared over there. I'd appreciate no more discussing. I'd appreciate no more discussing it. Obviously, you know how much I expect you to spend on said ring.
3 months salary,
a year's salary. So,
good luck.
Get your saving pants on, buddy.
It's all happy things. It's all good.
Yeah,
things.
That's a lovely problem to have.
Yes.
Lovely problem to have. But I understand where you're coming from for sure. Right, let's get ourselves a quote.
Let's get a little
that
quote.
Leaves us with optimism,
uplifting
and positivity for the week ahead.
Oh, I think I could have something here.
Okay, please. We need to end on a...
If you remember one piece of advice today, let it be this.
Here we go. Here she goes.
You cannot force anything to belong in your life. Everything ever meant for you will eventually find its way into your life, regardless of whether you're trying to change anything. It's not about your desires in life. It's all about the experiences you must go through to evolve into the person you were always meant to be.
Sarah and Brian at uni.
Trust what's meant to be in your life will naturally find its way into it.
Sarah and Frank.
Don't force it.
Rob, Sarah, Frank.
Rob, Paul, Peter.
Yeah.
Matthew, Mark, Luke,
John.
Yeah.
All the disciples.
Well, thank you for listening, guys.
I loved that quote.
I loved that one too. That was a good one.
Isn't life just so crazy?
Yeah, it's a crazy journey that we're on here, on this floating rock.
Honestly, it's actually obscene if you actually deep it.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. If you would like an extra episode of the podcast, you can get it every single Monday over on Patreon.
Yes.
But otherwise, you can email your dilemmas to hello@thegirlsbathroom.com.
You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at The Girls Bathroom. Thank you very much.
So if you're in the group chat, we'll see you on Monday. If not, we'll see you next Wednesday.
Yoo-hoo.
Love ya. See you on tour.
Yeah.
Bye.